Here are a couple things that anglers should keep in mind when targeting spring hatches in the Greater Yellowstone ecosystem. We're just finishing up with a big, long, hard winter full of freezing temperatures, lots of snow, sub-zero conditions that translate to low flows, clear water, and cold water temperatures. With those factors that I just named, trout will be somewhat lethargic in coming out of their winter doldrums. They'll be sitting and living in water areas that don't require them to expel a lot of energy while they're consuming energy, which is the ultimate balance for a trout. So look for those slower water areas for trout to call home, and probably more times than not, your fishing will be in the subsurface realm with nymphing or maybe some dry dropper fishing. Those sporadic hatches, and as those hatches gain consistency through the spring season, anglers can see dry fly fishing opportunities. But remember, those water temperatures are cold and they're not going to be as feeding as consistently and as progressively as you would see during the summer and early fall season. Anglers fishing the Greater Yellowstone ecosystem can expect the following hatches during our spring season: midges, blue-wing olives or betas, Mother's Day caddis, and in certain drainages and basins, squalus stoneflies. Anglers can find importance in those patterns I just named, especially in the spring season, as we start to see our winter snowpack begin to melt. As that snowpack melts and starts trickling down into our main river systems, through our creeks and tributaries, we start to see our water clarity decrease and our water turbidity or water flows increase from that surge of snowmelt. That starts to turn things up in the river system. Weed beds get knocked loose, structure starts to move around, gravel bars start to shift, and the whole river starts to become alive as it starts to refresh itself during the spring and summer season. During those events, we start to see a lot of these non-hatching bugs start to become important in the angler's pursuit of a lot of trout in our local areas. Worms, leeches, things of that nature start to get kicked up and washed around, and trout start to notice those. Scuds, sow bugs, and weed beds start to get disrupted and flushed into the river system that become a really easy meal for a lot of trout, especially in tailwater situations. Anglers should take note of the hatches that I just named as they journey to the water in the spring season. A degree of adaptability will be needed for these pursuits during the spring season as we start to see our runoff and snowmelt start. So while one day may consist of low, clear, cold conditions, the next day could be high, turbid, and unstable conditions. Anglers need to watch flow charts, water temperature gauges, and connect with the local fly shop or fishing reports for that up-to-date information. But the spring season is truly one to be ready for everything.